Imagine living in a city that technically doesn't exist. Welcome to the ghostly tales of the secret cities of the Soviet Union. In the annals of history, the Cold War era stands as a testament to a world divided, a time when the globe was split between two superpowers, each vying for dominance. This tussle for supremacy led to the creation of some of the most intriguing and mysterious places in the world, the secret cities of the Soviet Union. These cities, shrouded in an impenetrable veil of secrecy, were a peculiar phenomenon. They were not marked on any map, and their existence was not acknowledged by the Soviet regime. They were, in essence, invisible to the outside world, a reality that is hard to fathom in today's interconnected world. These secret cities were established with a singular purpose. They were the nerve centers of the Soviet Union's military-industrial complex, where groundbreaking research and development activities were carried out. From nuclear weapons to space technology, these cities were the crucible for some of the most significant technological advancements of the time. Yet, for those who resided within them, life was anything but ordinary. The inhabitants of these secret cities lived under strict control and surveillance. Their lives were shrouded in secrecy, their identities concealed, and their existence denied. They were living in a city that didn't technically exist. As we delve deeper into this narrative, we'll explore the fascinating history of these secret cities, their rise and fall, and their current state. We'll unravel the mysteries surrounding their establishment, the clandestine operations that took place within their borders, and the ghostly aftermath of their existence. So, join us on this intriguing journey as we step back in time and traverse the annals of history. Let's dive into the timeline of these cities as we peel back the layers of their hidden past. The birth of these invisible cities starts with the onset of the Cold War, a time of secrets and shadows. In the bleak mid-20th century, as the world was divided into two rival blocs, the Soviet Union, in a bid to bolster its military and scientific prowess, began to construct what would later be known as the Invisible Cities. These clandestine cities were strategically concealed within the vast expanses of the Soviet landscape, far removed from the prying eyes of the world. Their original purpose was far from ordinary. These were not mere settlements but hubs of top-secret scientific research and military development. Imagine whole cities pulsating with life, yet existing off the map, their existence denied by the very government that created them. The political climate of the time played a significant role in their creation. The Cold War was not just a battle of ideologies, but an arms race and a competition for technological superiority. The Soviet Union, locked in this tense standoff with the West, needed these hidden cities to develop advanced weaponry and pioneer scientific breakthroughs. The invisible cities were the embodiment of the Cold War's paranoia and secrecy. Each city, shrouded in a veil of silence, was a fortress of Soviet ingenuity and determination. They were home to thousands of workers, scientists, engineers, and their families who lived and toiled in these cities, their identities as obscured as the cities themselves. Yet, despite the secrecy, life in these cities was said to be a paradox. On the one hand, there was the relentless pursuit of scientific and military advancement. On the other, there was an attempt to cultivate a semblance of normalcy, a life lived under the constant shadow of secrecy, yet punctuated by the mundane routines of everyday existence. These cities, cloaked in mystery, were home to some of the Soviet Union's most secretive projects. Life in these cities was far from ordinary. Residents lived under a constant veil of secrecy, their homes a mere blip on the map. They were the invisible inhabitants of the Soviet Union's secret cities, places that officially did not exist. Imagine waking up every morning, going to work, raising a family, all inside a city that, as far as the rest of the world was concerned, didn't exist. The residents of these cities weren't just living in the shadows, they were the shadows. Their every move monitored, their every conversation possibly overheard. But this was their reality, a life of silence and secrecy where even the simplest truths were hidden behind iron curtains. In these cities, there were rules, unspoken yet universally understood. Revealing the city's existence to outsiders was strictly forbidden. Penalties for such transgressions weren't merely fines or imprisonment, they were far more severe. Some say those who dared to spill the secrets simply disappeared, vanishing as though they had never existed. The residents were, in essence, both prisoners and protectors of their own cities. They were not just citizens, but guardians of secrets, their lives intertwined with the clandestine projects that were the lifeblood of these hidden cities. They toiled in silence, their efforts contributing to a larger cause, a cause that was kept from them. Every day, they went to work not knowing what they were working on, only that it was important. They were the silent workforce, their contributions unrecognized, their sacrifices unknown, yet they persevered. They built communities, they raised families, they lived their lives in the best way they could, all under the watchful eyes of the government. They were the unsung heroes of a silent war, their contributions forever shrouded in shadows. The life they led was not one of choice, but of necessity. They were the living embodiment of the Cold War, the human face of a conflict that was fought not on battlefields, but in the shadows of secret cities. Hidden from prying eyes, these cities were the cradle of some of the Soviet Union's most secretive projects. Deep within the invisible cities, a multitude of clandestine endeavors took root, each playing a pivotal role in shaping the world as we know it. Let's delve into the murky depths of some of these covert undertakings. At the heart of these cities, nuclear research thrived under the watchful eyes of the Soviet Union's most brilliant minds. Unseen by the outside world, they harnessed the power of the atom, a force so potent it had the potential to either light up cities or obliterate them. The echoes of their work still reverberate in the annals of scientific history, but the nuclear ambition was not the only ace up their sleeve. These secret cities were also the birthplace of advanced weaponry that would forever tip the scales of military might. From stealth technology to long-range missiles, the Soviet Union was always a step ahead, their inventions shrouded in a veil of secrecy. These weapons were not just tools of war, but chess pieces in a high-stakes game of power and control. Beyond the confines of our atmosphere, another frontier was being explored. Space, the final frontier, was not left untouched by the Soviet Union's ambition. These secret cities served as the launching pad for their space exploration programs. They dared to reach for the stars, and in doing so, they etched their names into the cosmos. The echoes of Sputnik and the footprints of Gagarin are testaments to their cosmic endeavors. These projects, while groundbreaking, were carried out under a cloud of secrecy, their true impact known only to a select few. They were the invisible hand that moved the world, a silent whisper in the annals of history. With the fall of the Iron Curtain, the existence of these secret cities slowly began to unravel. The end of the 80s marked a period of significant transformation, a season of change that shook the very foundations of the Soviet Union. The grip of communism was loosening. The Iron Curtain that had for so long concealed the secret cities was crumbling, and with it, the mysteries of these hidden havens were beginning to come to light. The economic stagnation and the growing dissatisfaction among the people sparked a wave of reforms. With the rise of Mikhail Gorbachev to power came the policies of glasnost and perestroika, openness and restructuring. These policies, designed to stimulate the economy and promote transparency, inadvertently led to the dissolution of the Soviet Union. The secret cities, once shrouded in mystery and intrigue, were not immune to these changes. The veil of secrecy was lifted and the world was introduced to these once forbidden territories. The cities, built on the principles of secrecy and isolation, now found themselves thrust into the limelight. The residents of these cities, who had lived their lives under the guise of anonymity, were now part of a global community. Their lives, once ruled by secrecy, were now open for the world to see. The cities that were once thriving hubs of scientific innovation and technological advancements found themselves grappling with their newfound visibility. The fall of the Iron Curtain marked the beginning of a new era, an era of openness, transparency, and freedom. The secret cities, once hidden from the world, were now exposed, their secrets laid bare. The once secret cities were now exposed to the world, their mysteries laid bare for all to see. Today, these cities stand as ghostly reminders of a bygone era, their hushed whispers echoing through the deserted streets. What were once thriving hubs of top-secret scientific and military advancements now lie largely abandoned, their secrets buried deep within the folds of time. Now let's delve into the present state of these spectral cities. Many have been repurposed or fallen into disrepair, while some have managed to retain a semblance of their former lives. They stand as silent sentinels, their population dwindling, their significance in modern Russia fluctuating with the tides of time and political will. Take, for instance, City 40, once a hive of atomic research, now a near-deserted town with a dwindling population. Its residents, once proud custodians of the state's nuclear secrets, now live in the shadow of their past, their lives a stark contrast to the secrecy and intrigue that once defined them. Or consider the city of Zheleznogorsk, hidden deep within the Siberian forests. Once a hotbed of space and nuclear technology, it now grapples with the realities of modern Russia, its once vibrant scientific community reduced to a mere echo of its former glory. Yet, even as these cities grapple with their present, they hold on to their past, valiantly preserving the legacy of their secret histories. Their deserted buildings, empty streets, and silent squares stand as poignant reminders of a time when they played pivotal roles in the global power dynamics. These ghost cities serve as living, breathing museums of the Cold War era. They offer a glimpse into a world that was kept hidden from the public eye, a world where secrecy was paramount and the stakes were high. Though the Cold War has ended, the legacy of these secret cities continues to haunt the annals of history. Their stories, intertwined with the fate of a nation and the world at large, continue to echo through the silent corridors of time, reminding us of an era when the world teetered on the brink of nuclear annihilation. The story of the secret cities of the Soviet Union is a tale of intrigue, mystery, and resilience. These hidden cities, shrouded in secrecy, were home to some of the most daring endeavors of the Cold War era. Born out of necessity, these invisible cities stand as a testament to the lengths a nation will go to protect its secrets. We journeyed through the veil of secrecy and saw the birth of these invisible cities. We learned about the lives led in the shadows, about the secret projects that shaped the course of history. We saw the fall of the Iron Curtain and the transformation of these secret cities into the ghost cities of today. The enduring impact of these cities on Russian society cannot be overstated. They were, and in some cases still are, hubs of scientific and technological advancements. They hold the stories of thousands of people who lived and worked in them, contributing to the world in ways that remained unacknowledged for decades. But the legacy of these cities extends beyond Russia. Their existence challenged the world's understanding of urban development, secrecy, and statecraft. They stand as a stark reminder of a time when the world was divided and secrecy was a matter of survival. These cities, once hidden from the world, are now a part of our collective consciousness. They are a symbol of resilience, of the indomitable human spirit that thrives even in the most challenging circumstances. As we bid farewell to these ghostly cities, we are left with a question. What other secrets does history hold, waiting to be uncovered? The world is full of mysteries, and every discovery, every secret revealed, takes us one step closer to understanding the complex tapestry of human history. So, let's keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep uncovering the secrets that time has tucked away.